Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how you can either get paid or basically drive your car for free and not be basically spending a whole bunch of money like everyone else on a depreciating item.
Yes, we've done this together probably between 7 and 10 times. I've never lost money on a vehicle that I bought, even if I've driven it over a year. All the way from the beginning when I turned 17, I actually overpaid for the car but ended up making money on it. And I will continue to use this method for the rest of my life because it doesn't make sense to lose money on a vehicle when you could technically get paid to drive it the whole time you have it.
Yeah, so there's basically about three, I would say, types of ways you could really buy a car. You could buy a new car, put a down payment on it, have a high payment. Car's worth 40,000, it's worth like 25,000 in like a year. So that's one way. The other way is to finance a used car. That's basically not as bad as a new car because you're not getting as much depreciation. But then there is buying a used car cash, like on Facebook, Craigslist, where you would just buy a vehicle cash and it's yours, no payments, you get the title and everything. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about. And we're going to be talking about how you can use the third way to make money on the cars that you buy.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is pick what car you're going to want to drive for however long you want to drive it for. So we've done it with pickup trucks, Mustangs, Corvette, all different kinds of cars. It doesn't have to be anything specifically. You're just going to want to pick exactly what car you want to do it with and then start researching.
Yeah. So once you know what car you want to do or what car you want to buy and use, then you just want to look at it and search it every day on Facebook, Craigslist, OfferUp, LetGo, all those platforms, and you basically just want to figure out exactly what your car is worth based on mileages, years, because if years vary with the same body style, and just know that whatever car you're going to buy, you have to know the exact value of it before you buy it.
Definitely. Next thing you're going to do after you know the market value, what you're going to sell it for, and what you need to buy it for, is you're going to meet up with the car that you find, and you're going to want to find someone. Maybe I feel like everyone's kind of got a mechanic friend. We have our friend Gino, he's the mechanic, so we would bring him when we were going to buy our cars to look it over, and then eventually we just pretty much went there, drove it around, checked the oil, pretty much figured out everything was pretty sound. There's no big problems, nothing we're going to get home and the motor's going to fall out of the bottom or something. But you're going to want to inspect the car, make sure everything's good, make sure what you're buying is what you think you're buying.
Yeah, and once you are pretty sure that you're not buying a lemon, then you can go ahead and negotiate the price. Always negotiate the price. I mean, you can't just give someone full offer for whatever
Nobody's
they're
listing
asking.
a car up there if they're not willing to negotiate.
Exactly, yeah. So if you're already there, inspected, you came out, you're there with the money, that's when you can get the best deal because people just want it out of their hair and over with. So you want to make sure you negotiate. That's where you're going to make a lot of your money right there. And you're going to make the purchase. And then you're actually going to have it.
Yep. And a big thing people forget about doing, especially when buying nicer cars or faster cars or something, I actually made this mistake once, is you're going to have to take care of it. I crashed one of the cars. I would have made more money. I ended up not making too much. Might even lost a little bit because of what I did. I made it up with the others, though. You got to take care of the car. Don't beat it up. You don't want to be the one that's going to cause it to go to the mechanic. Maybe it's something you want to hold on for a year, and something could go wrong because you're buying a used vehicle. You want to take as good care of it as you can, get the oil change done, and just make sure the next person that buying it is going to be buying a safe car.
Yeah, and so while you're using this car every day, over the course of time, nothing crazy for us at least, but you're going to want to just try to increase the value of it. So we're not too handy. I mean, you obviously could automatically increase the value if you buy a car that already has an issue and you know how to fix it. That's one way. But for us, it would be like if there was oxidation on the headlights, you just get a headlight cleaner, $20, clean it off, makes like a whole bunch of a difference.
Definitely.
Vacuum it out, make sure it's clean. If you have a ripped seat, maybe just get a new seat at a junkyard or off Facebook, and just do those things just to try to increase the value over time. It'll really just end up giving you a bigger margin to work with in the long run.
Yeah, you've done it with the pickup truck, with the wheels.
Yeah. So with the one pickup truck I got a good deal on it. And just to increase the value, I just bought wheels for $600, but I knew the wheels alone I could probably just resell for $8, $9, maybe $1,000. So putting them on the truck increases the value. I found a leather interior for it, and I had cloth in there. That was only $150. I knew that was a good thing to put in. So with all that, this is actually a good kind of story just to give you an idea of what could go bad with it. Is this truck ended up having an issue with the engine. So
bad issue with the
yeah,
engine.
bad issue with the engine. So it was kind of out of commission, and all that money I was going to make pretty much wasn't there. But luckily, it was all bought at such a cheap price with the wheels and everything on it. I was only losing a couple $100 on the whole ordeal.
Package.
And one other thing is I actually did buy a different truck, similar truck, and brought it home broken. Thought it was a different issue, ended up being an engine problem again. It was worse, but within 5 days, it was sold again for a $900 profit. So that's just like, even if things break, you want to make sure you're buying such a good deal that even if something like that happened, you're not going to either get hurt or you could still even make money if it's that good of a deal.
Yeah, and they're not super easy to come by. You just got to make sure that you're, again,
Constantly
doing your
looking.
researching and finding the exact value of what it's worth.
Yeah.
So the next one of the most important things you're going to want to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're trying to grow it, and you're going to find a lot more useful information on it. But on a serious note, is you're going to want to sell the car when you're ready to sell it. Again, you should already know the market value for your vehicle. You're going to KBB it, whatever you got to do, Kelley Blue Book. Post it, take some nice pictures of it, better pictures than you bought it for. A
Post
good
it
description. Make sure everything's in there. You're going to have to deal with a few people. Is it available? Is it available? All that kind of stuff. But good description, good pictures, and multiple platforms, and you're going to meet up and eventually have it sold.
Yeah, and you want to make sure you're never selling your car because you're like in need of money, because that a lot of the times when people come, you'll end up just taking a lower deal compared to if you just basically want to put it up so you can put it up for a higher price and you're not like in a rush to sell it, because a lot of the cheaper things that you're going to buy where you make the money is from people who need to sell it because they need the money, and that's where you're kind of making that money.
Yeah, put it up a month before you want to sell it, and then just let the people that want to buy it build up, and then when you're ready to dump it, dump it.
Yep. So I mean, that pretty much wraps everything up for this. That is how you can step by step basically get paid to drive your car.
Yeah, and we do this with every vehicle we purchase. We've done it with our work vehicles, we do it with our personal vehicles, and nothing's going to change because this is the best way to buy a used car.
Yeah, like one example with our work vehicle, our dump truck, we found that for cash, which is kind of rare to find a truck like that we could buy cash. But we knew that we actually drove all the way out to Maryland, about 4 hours away, to buy this truck because we knew we were buying a truck for $14,000 that we could sell for $20,000. So it's like,
yeah, and we're actually just going to keep the equity in
it.
that truck for a while. So we just bought a $20,000 truck for $14,000.
So we just know we have that as an asset. So it just basically increased our net worth just for going to buy that truck pretty much.
So check out our other videos. We have 10 ways you can make money as a young teenager or something along those lines. So check that out. I'll put that in the video somewhere. And thank you for watching the whole video.